Welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. And we've got a ball game this afternoon. I'm looking forward to this one. This will be Montreal at St. Louis, the third of a three-game series. And the last game scheduled on September 7 in our 1969 Strat-O-Matic baseball replay. My anxiety is a bit relieved, a bit diminished. Now that I took a pill. And I'll continue to do so just so I can function without the pain of what has become a very, very severe anxiety disorder. It will be Bill Stoneman with 9 wins for the Expos, and ace Steve Carlton, left-hander, for the Cardinals. He has won 14. I see Rhodes Scholar is here, and he is for the Cardinals. Leron Lee is in the game. Thanks again. It's a good thing I have now tagged all these, because all I had to do was pull this one up, Rhodes Scholar, and this one is all set in the game. If we look at this game, I really don't think it's going to be necessary, but a Floyd Wicker came in to play left field for Bailey late in the game for Montreal. A Floyd Wicker, W-Y-C-K-E-R. And Ted Simmons pinch hit for Carlton and stayed in the game to catch only in his second year of Major League Baseball. And I don't know that that's really going to be necessary. It was Simmons' second year. His first year was 68. And he turned out to have a long career. I wonder if he was made the Hall of Fame, because for a catcher, he played a lot of years, a lot of at-bats. He hit 248 home runs and had 2,472 hits. That sounds like an Hall of Famer to me, especially the catching part. We will be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. Good afternoon to Rick DeBar. So great to see you here, Rick. Thank you so much for joining us. We were scheduled for a 1 p.m. start. There's going to be a delay of about 5 minutes or so until we get to the starting lineups even. I've got Gmail. Look at that. Oh, are you amazing? Floyd Wicker and Ted Simmons are available in this ball game. Let me always tag these. So once I get them from you, I never... Oh my God, look at Floyd Wicker's card. God. Ted Simmons is okay. And he's a 3+1. We may end up giving Torrey a break. I should have started Ted Simmons, but not in this game. In this game, Ted Simmons pinch hit for Steve Carlton. Looks like it was in the, I don't know, the 8th inning. The final of this game was 3-0 Montreal. Gibson got the loss. Grant came in for him to pitch the ninth. Stoneman went all the way to win his ninth. He's already won 9 in our replay. Carlton has won 14. And this is a very important ball game, people, because the St. Louis Cardinals come into this 17 games over 500, 4 games behind the Pittsburgh Pirates. A win here will put them within 3.5. This is the closest race. Thank you, Rhodes Scholars, so much. It's nice to know I have these people. And I am concerned about Joe Torre because with Tim McCarver out for about a week now, almost a week, Torrey has been catching every day, and he's not the same. Catching takes a toll on him, so we might have him catch a few innings and then bring Ted Simmons in. And Simmons, he is a 3+1. Well, Torrey is a 4-0. Simmons' E rating is 16, Torrey is 3. So we keep those in mind. Fortunately, the Leron Lee card is archived here, and he starts in this ball game. I'm going to take some of my medicine. And I got to tell you, I am going to take my medicine here and start this off in a festive way, if you don't mind. I take medical weed. The Montreal Expos come into this game 24 games under 500. They are they're essentially eliminated, give or take a half a game. And Kathy Harden is here, and I'm so glad to see you, Kathy. I'm feeling a little better. A little bit of the edge is off. I took a pill. I refuse to suffer. And I'm going to start doing my medicine, my other medicine, and get ready to a game that I think is going to be a very interesting ball game. Thank you for being here, Kathy, Rhodes Scholar, Rick, and everybody else here in the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network family. Please give me about a minute or two to ingest my medicine and savor it, because it's probably the best moment of my day, the best discrete moment of the day when that happens. Here goes nothing. And I take the first hit. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was so good. Oh, let me savor it, please. Let me savor this shit, please. Oh. Oh. Let me take this chance once again to thank you all for, most of all, just coming here. Whether you text in the live chat or not, just being here is something I appreciate. And also thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, that is so much better. And I'd like to spread this one out a bit. I have a chicken dinner. I have chips. I have party size Chips Ahoy on sale. I have coffee. I have water. Even though the coffee is done, we have weed. And we got everything else we need. Here in the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. The Strat-O-Matic Sports Network which is a subsidiary of Jeffrey Guterman, and the Jeffrey Guterman enterprise has a board of directors, and they understand that I have my foibles, They understand my addiction to caffeine, to cannabis, and to Klonopin. And you could even say antidepressant. You don't really think that, but I can't go off it or else I fall off a cliff. My doctor and I have lowered the dose in hopes that I can get down to a low enough dose to switch to Prozac as an experiment to see if that's going to help me better, because it gave me great results in 1998 when I, for the first time, went on an antidepressant, Prozac. And it helped me initially, especially the first couple weeks. And then it sort of plateaued and maintained me, and then it went poof. And my doctor said, you know, sometimes an antidepressant can go poof after you're on it a while. And he switched me to Effexor. Effexor is a difficult and challenging drug to taper off of. It's got to be done slowly, and I say under the supervision of a physician. In case some of you are wondering, this beautiful environment is called Studio B, and it's located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Really, it is called Studio B. And we broadcast all our games from here, virtually and imaginatively, to, in this case today, to St. Louis. Kathy Harden says, we got it all. Thrills, chills, and no ill wills. You don't know how much how helpful your support is to me, Kathy Harden. I don't want to make you feel guilty. I worry about that sometimes, about having to stay here with me. I know there'll be a time for one reason or another you may not be able to. I know every once in a while you can't make a game, but you make almost everything. But if the time ever comes, it'll be a loss for me. It will be a significant loss, because I feel like the relationship I have with you is special. I feel like you understand and accept me as a human being. And also, you're fun to be around. And I'm really sorry about going off into a very intimate description of the nature of our relationship from my perspective. I have another micro hit here. That's a perfect micro, and that will be done no sooner than the fourth inning. There's no reason to take any more. You got to use your head. The addict in me wants to do more and more and more. There's no reason. And now, we will present the starting lineups, which I will tell you are very interesting for today. Rhodes Scholar. Red, Shane Deans has set forth a very interesting lineup. We're going to try to make the most of it. So has, even more interesting is the relationship, the lineup by Gene Mauch. For the first time, isn't that a beauty, Kathy? Oh. For the first time, it's Bob Bailey leading off, and he'll play left field. He's also played first. It's a very interesting, he's got power, decent speed. Batting second, as usual, Gary Sutherland at second base. Batting third is Rusty Staub in right. Back in the lineup for taking yesterday off, Coco LeBoy at third base. A player that Mauch has been using more lately. In center field, batting sixth, Jose Herrera, 286 average. Kathy Harden for the Cardinals. It's Kathy Harden for the Cards. Batting sixth, that's Herrera batting fifth actually. Batting sixth is Ron Fairley at first. I told you you're going to be seeing Ron Fairley on a regular basis. He didn't, I don't know why, I don't know if he was hurt or what, but he did not play too much in the spring. And he's come back gradually in the summer in August, and then finally, as we have hit late August and into September, he's playing everyday baseball. Batting seventh is the catcher, and he's been seeing a lot of time behind the plate lately. That's Ron Brand. He did have 287. And someone we haven't seen much of all year is John Bacabella, the catcher. We've seen more of John Bateman, and as you could see, basically Brand and Bateman split duties behind the plate this year. But right now it's Brand. Batting eighth in his usual spot, the shortstop, Bobby Wine. And pitching and batting ninth, Bill Stoneman, the right-hander. And you know, sometimes it's funny how they do that, how the pitcher's rating is different in advanced, the hitting rating. And I think that might have something to do with the lefty-righty thing, but I could be wrong. So Stoneman will be going for his 10th win. He won 11 in real world. Now, Kathy Harden, only because time passes when I say a comment and you're maybe commenting on it. You say there's a nice hint of fall in the air. What are we talking about, Kathy Harden? We talking about Fairley in the lineup? He's a good hitter, I'm telling you. .274, 12 home runs in .317. And he is a 2 at first. And that's exactly where he's playing. He can feel. For the home team, St. Louis Cardinals, playing here at Busch 3 still with natural grass. Oh, we're in September, autumn. Oh, yeah, I get you now. Sometimes I just need context. Now, Red Shanedeans has had to make some interesting decisions. Veda Pinson is injured, and Tim McCarver is injured. Torrey will start catching again, but I want to remind you that Rhodes Scholar has afforded us with Ted Simmons, who was on the lineup and actually pinch hit and played catcher in this ball game. Ted Simmons, in his second year. He pinch hit for Carlton in the 8th and then pitched the top of the 9th. Oh, yes, he has. For the home St. Louis Cardinals, leading off is Lou Brock in left field. Batting second and center, Kurt Flood. All's well now at this point, but here's where things start to shift. Usually Veda Pinson's in the 3rd spot, but he's got Joe Haig playing first base. You could say Lee is in for Pinson if you want. You could say Haig is really covering for Torrey, who usually plays first, and McCarver is out, for which Torrey is batting. But it is Joe Haig at first, and look at that, those numbers. Now, Joe has a little bit of power against right-handers, and he will be batting 3rd. Batting 4th is Joe Torre. Torre, you got to think he's perturbed internally, at least. He's so professional, he wouldn't complain. But he's catching. He is a batting 4th. He is a 4 catcher. It's tough for him to catch. He has a 0 arm, which isn't bad. Remember, he was with the Milwaukee Braves, and wasn't he traded from the Braves to the Cards, or did he go to someone else before that? And Torrey caught a lot then, and had some good years. His best year when he was the year after he took what he called a no pasta diet, lost a lot of weight, and then up hitting 366. Just phenomenal. I think it was 71. Batting 5th. Playing right field where Pinson would ordinarily be. is Leron Lee. And thanks to Rhodes Scholar, he was MVP, Joel Horland. He hit 366, I believe. Leron Lee will bat fifth and play right field. He's not too bad against right-handers. We have a shot at something there. He can run. And Leron Lee starting this ball game. My lineup is all messed up here. All messed up. Hold on. For Haig, then Torrey. Then Lee. There we go. Somehow things sometimes get a little bit jolted. Batting sixth and playing third is Phil Gagliano. Batting seventh, thank goodness, Julian at second base. Dal Maxfield has a groin injury. And coming in and playing shortstop for him and batting eighth is Jerry Devanin with a very rare start. And the pitcher batting ninth, going for his 14th. He's had his ups and downs this year, but he's not too far off the pace of 17. He had a 2.17 ERA in real world, which should always just an awesome hit ratio. His home run ratio is fine. 31 starts. You never know what to expect from Steve Carlton. And I think this was the year he had 19 strikeouts to break the record at the time. And we're getting ready to start this ball game now. We are in St. Louis. Well, it's a disciplined diet that he went on. Rhodes Scholar. And I guess you know, I'm not a diet expert at diet, but I guess, you know, you can still get starch. You can get whatever's in that pasta, carbohydrates, I don't know, but you could go with rice and you can go with potatoes. And that's what he did. He lost a lot of freaking weight. He came in lean in 71. And I remember that like it happened yesterday. It's all been a blur to me. This is an afternoon game with cannabis, as I told many of you. If you watched my game this morning, it was actually in 2 different broadcasts. It had to be paused. You saw it was a pretty straightforward game. I am looser now. I'm slower now. And this is going to be a different kind of experience. And the St. Louis Cardinals take the field here at the big, beautiful Coliseum-type Bush Memorial Stadium 3, I think they called it. Still grass on the surface. Thank goodness. Carlton taking his warm-ups. Catching him is Torrey. It's Haig at first, Julian at second, Gagliano at third, Devannon at short, outfield left to right, Brock, Flood, and Leron Lee. Leron Lee out there in right. And Carlton has finished up his warm-ups, and in what is I guess a slightly unusual leadoff batter brought by Mork, it's Bob Bailey to lead it off. And I guess it is a good thing. Apollo P asks, did you cut the grass and take out the garbage? Apollo, I do not cut the grass, okay, around here. And I did take out the garbage. I took it out on Friday, and the next time is Tuesday. And it's in my calendar, so we're covered. Any more questions? Bailey steps into the batter's box. Here's Carlton now, getting ready to start, looking for his 15th win. Here's Carlton now, gets the sign from Torrey. And that's 5-3 right-handed, grounds it back to Carlton. He's a 419. Oh, Lord. 419. That's 11-4. It's a G3, E19, 910. And he throws him out. So Bailey, a little tapper back to Carlton for the first out. And here comes Gary Sutherland. A beautiful afternoon here in St. Louis. The Cards won the first two of this three. In the first game, 3-1, Bryles and Horner got the save. And in the second, it was a 5-0 gem shutout by Gibson. And now the other ace, Steve Carlton, comes in for the sweep here. That's fouled back and out of play by Sutherland. I have to say the Cards are in the thick of this, only 4 games out. Looking to make up the half game here on this, the last game of September 7 in our 1969 replay. Pirates already lost. Here's Steve. Pitch to Sutherland. That's going to be 3-9 left-handed. Chops it to second for Julian. And Julian throws it over to Haig. At first, 2 outs. Haig playing first base the last week as Torrey moves from first to behind the plate due to the injury to Tim McCarver. Here's Rusty Staub now. 2 outs, nobody on, just underway here in St. Louis. Top of the first. Montreal batting. Lefty here. Steve the windup and the pitch to Staub. That is 2-5 left-handed, struck him out. And that is the side. First strikeout by Steve. 1-2-3 inning. We've gone a half here in St. Louis. Montreal nothing, and St. Louis is coming to bat. Here comes Bill Stoneman, who is starting today for the Expos. Stoneman is he pitched 236 innings. I don't know if he went on to improve. My guess he did. You're a reliable pitcher when